Good evening, Tottenham fans. As you can see, I've changed my style. I've changed things up. It's going to be a lot more different, a little bit more engaging for you guys today. So let me know in the comments what you think of this new style. If you've seen me before, if you haven't seen me before, please hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Thomas Frank and what he said about the North London derby. I'll tell you something funny is he said about Eze as well. Actually, I've got a video clip to show you about that too. I'll talk about 3 players that are going to be very vital in this game against Arsenal tomorrow. It's a big day. I'm also going to talk about the lineup, who I think Thomas Frank will go for, and what the key matchups are going to be. It's going to be a very stressful day for me tomorrow. It's going to be one of those days that you just want it over and done with, but at the same time, you're a little bit excited. It's going to be just like that. So let me just show you something that Thomas Frank said about the North London derby. He was basically talking about this game as the real one. And it really made me think, you know what? He means business. And just, I'll let you hear it for yourself. Let me just move myself out of the way here and just have a little listen to this.
Super excited. Of course, before I stepped into the club, of course, I knew about the North London derby. But it's when you are in it, you sense it and feel that this is important. You feel from the fans, you feel from the staff members, the players, the people that's been working here for years. This is the big one. I always say the next one is the next game is the most important game, and we'll always have that. But I'm very aware there's 2 games in a year that's even more important, and this is the first of them. And we're ready, we're up for it, we are looking forward to it, and we'll do everything we can to win.
Can you see what I mean about that? He seems very confident. He knows this is a big one. He's got his players prepared, and I don't believe for a second that they won't be prepared for this game. I remember when we played against Chelsea and we were absolutely awful. I don't think he will allow his players to make that same mistake again. He's so good at playing against the top sides when he was with Brentford. So I'm really hoping that he can translate that down with Spurs, and that would be absolutely brilliant. Now, I just want to show you a little video clip actually of what he said when he was questioned about Eze, because I don't know why he's being questioned in a press conference about Eze, but there you go. But he did come back with a funny response. I'll let you listen to it now.
Did you think you had Eze?
Yeah, what, sorry?
Did you think you had Eze?
Who's Eze?
Eze.
Very good player. He plays for Arsenal, a team we want to beat on Sunday.
Was there a point there when you thought he was going to be a Spurs player?
I think I've said before, I'd really like to speak about players that are here, and the other 2 I will speak about is Messi and Ronaldo. I need to find 2 other players when they're retiring in a year or 2.
See what I mean? So who's Eze? Who is he? I really hope that doesn't come back to bite him. I really don't hope that turns into a meme where he says, who's Eze, starts laughing, and then they show a clip of Eze scoring the winning goal. That's going to be my worst nightmare if that happens. Eze was going to come to Spurs. He turned us down for Arsenal, and he's going to be up for the game. So we need to be making sure that we keep him very quiet. Now, there's 3 key players that I think will really influence the game in a positive way if they can be on top form, and they need to be on top form. And the first guy I'm actually going to speak about is Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons hasn't had the best of seasons so far, but he's got the potential to be a superstar. And if he can, I don't know, write his name in the history books against Arsenal tomorrow, score a banger or play out of his skin and have a top performance, then everybody will fall in love with this guy, because he's just got super talent. He's so important tomorrow for that creativity. We need that guy to start threading the balls through, start setting up Mawani's and start setting up Kudos and Odegaard. You know, he links up really well with Odegaard and Udogie. So I'm really hoping that he's in full flow tomorrow. He's going to be such an important player for us. He really is. He's that kind of player that you know, you call him, he answers. That's what he does. And if he can put in a really good performance, I really think it's going to give us a real big chance of actually getting something at the Emirates, and something we haven't done for a very, very long time. Another guy that's going to be very, very important for us is Vicario. Now, we know he can make top saves. We know he can make reflex saves. He's a great shot stopper. But what can he do when it comes to corners? Now, Arsenal are the kings of corners, and he's got to be super, super strong. He needs to be protected with his defense from Van de Ven and Romero. Really need to protect him, but he really needs to be strong when it comes to those corners. He really does. He needs to make sure that when he goes for a punch, he doesn't, when the ball's coming across, lose it in the air like he does. He needs to be there. He needs to catch it when he needs to catch it. If you're going to parry it away from the strikers. Even with your ball control, it's improved quite a lot lately, even his passing out from the back. But Arsenal's press is going to be relentless. So Vicario, if in doubt, kick it out, mate. That's all we need to ask from you tomorrow, mate. You really need to make sure that you are on top of your game, because any mistakes will start making the defense start feeling a little bit weary as well. So maybe he can be the man to have one of those outstanding performances, shot-stopping performances that stop Arsenal from scoring. That would be absolutely insane if he can do that. Now, another person that I think is probably the most important player out of all of these players is Paulinho. Paulinho is the guy that wins tackles. He's the guy that wins the ball back in midfield. He can nullify the Arsenal defense, nullify Declan Rice and Zubimendi, stop them from progressing forward, try and push them back a bit, try and press them, stop them from playing. And this is the perfect guy for that, really. And I look at some of these stats here, and he's won the more tackles this is the top 5 leagues in Europe, by the way. This is not just the Premier League. This was just before the Man United game, I think. And he was 5 clear of anybody in the top 5 leagues for tackles. So this guy knows how to win the ball back. This guy knows what to do to nullify of opposition's midfield. If he plays out of his skin tomorrow and he keeps giving the ball to Xavi, and Xavi keeps doing what he's got to do, then we've got a massive, massive chance of competing with Arsenal. Arsenal are going to be a very, very physical side, and Paulinho is a very, very physical guy. Now, if you look at his heat map here as well, that's exactly where we need him to be, protecting that back 4, but also winning the ball higher up the pitch. This is what he does, and this is what he does well. The criticism that he keeps getting is unreal for me. I think he's been absolutely exceptional for us this season. I think he's been our best midfielder by far. And he's also scored 3 goals this season as well. 4 goals in all competitions, I think. One of them was a bloody overhead. And people saying he can't ball. He can ball as well. But what we need him to do tomorrow is the simple things: give the ball to Xavi, but win the ball back time and time and time again. If he has a very good game, then we're going to have a very, very good chance of getting a victory. We really do. Now, this is the team that we had the last time we beat Arsenal at the Emirates. This is what I saw on Twitter earlier. We haven't beaten Arsenal at the Emirates since 2010. I couldn't believe that. I was like, you what? I couldn't believe it. And the team we had, look, Gomez, Hutton, Gallas, Kabul, Aketo, Jenis, Modric, Van der Vaart, Lennon, Bale, Pavlyuchenko, a couple of 3 top legends in there, Van der Vaart, Modric and Bale. Oh my God. So no wonder we won that game. But if you looked at their team was absolutely awful. Sagna, Schillaci, Colacelli, Clichy, Song, Denilson, Nasri, Arshavin. Yeah, no wonder we won that game. But they had a rubbish team back then. But yeah, that was the last time that we beat them. I could not believe that. I could not believe it whatsoever. Now, here's the lineup I think Spurs are going to go with. And I think it's going to be Vicario in goal, Porro right back, but I wouldn't mind if it was Jed Spence, but we do need creativity from Porro, in my opinion, to try and break down this really stubborn Arsenal defence. Romero and Van der Ven are centre-backs, and your doggy at left-back. Now, I think your doggy's fit to play. And your doggy is vital down that left-hand side to link up with Odegaard and Simmons. He really is doing the overlapping runs. Your doggy is some defending to do with Saka, but if he can push Saka back, that'd be even better. Paulinho and Bentancur are going to be vital in that midfield. So I think they're going to sit with a double pivot, especially because we're away. Paulinho, we've just spoken about, but Bentancur has to do just as much as what Paulinho does, but he needs to be progressing that ball forwards a lot more. Odegaard and Kudus are both on fine form. Odegaard is getting better game by game. I really do think he is getting really good, but he's going up against Jurriën Timber, who, in my opinion, is probably one of the best right backs in the league. So it's not going to be easy, but these two can cause problems. Odegaard can use his left or his right foot, which is going to be harder to defend for Timber. If he can do some 1-2s around him with your doggy and with Xavi, then he doesn't have to keep taking him on all the time. Xavi, like I said, is going to be massively important. And Kolo Muani is going to be wearing a face mask. Remember the last time somebody wore a face mask? Harry Kane. And if Kolo Muani does a similar performance to Harry Kane that day, then we're going to have a really, really good day. And Muani is going to become an instant legend overnight. That would be absolutely insane. So all in all, I do honestly believe that Spurs have a chance, but we have to be on top form. Arsenal have their injury problems as well. I'm not sure if some of them are playing or not, but I know that Gabriel will not be playing, and he's going to be a massive miss, especially from corners. And if we can keep them out at corners and we can utilize our set plays to the top of our ability, then we do have a chance. We do. But you know, we have to turn up, and we've gone into games this season, especially at home, and we haven't turned up at all, and we've got rolled over. But we have got a chance for all the reasons what I've said today. Let me know in the comments what you think of this new format. Let me know if you think the way I've done this today was any better than what I used to do before. If you want me to go back to the old way, let me know. Thank you for watching. It's really appreciated. And come on, you Spurs.